Ladies and gentlemen, one and all, welcome to Dawn of War Soulstorm Unification once again. I know you were probably expecting a Tyranid stream today, but I am not actually around. As of the time that this goes live, I'm going to be at a games night. So, yes, not really going to be able to stream. So I thought I would bring you a replay commentary on a game I played technically yesterday. This was a replay of a game, or a replay, whatever, because, yeah, I played this originally, and it went very well, but I forgot to save the replay, and, yeah, doing the old temp.rec rename just never seems to work with me. So, hey-de-ho. Yeah, then I replayed it yesterday and actually saved the replay this time. So this is inspired by a game that I saw on Reddit, or rather, the picture of a loading screen for. Yeah, it's basically all the Guard factions. They did 6-player. I decided to do 8-player because I wanted to, really test and see how far this DXVK actually works for me. And surprisingly, it worked! So, yeah, on normal settings, I managed to get it all working fine. So, on the bottom of Moria Coast, we have myself, as of course, the Renegades. To my, what is that, left? Yes. To the left of me, Computer 1, is the Vostrians, the Vostrian Firstborn. Then we have the Imperial Guard over here, in the west. Then we have the Praetorian Guard in the sort of northwest. Then we have the Steel Legion, right up the top in the north. The Death Corps of Krieg in the northeast. And because I then ran out of Guard races, there are more Guard races planned, but they're not here yet, so, I added the Tyranids, because, I've been playing a lot of the Tyranids recently, so somewhat thematic. And I also added the Orcs, which may have been a bit of an error, because I played this, as you can probably tell by my PopCap, on impossible battles. Which means that the Orcs can basically instantly tech to tier, like, 5 or whatever. Or Titan tier. So yeah, I am playing specifically as Vrax in this one. Don't know why I decided on Vrax, but I decided on Vrax anyway. So, yes. Just the initial point capturing going on here. Though I am definitely trying to get the drop on Vostria. Vostria... You don't want to leave Vostria around too long. They can be a little bit scary. Yeah. Also, fun fact. So, when I played this, I encountered the bug that means the notification sounds don't play. So I was playing this basically blind. At least that's the excuse I'm going to use for people just standing around doing nothing like this. No matter. Yeah, the Tyranids are engaging with the Death Corps Krieg over here, and the Orcs. Got some Termagants just sort of stuck in the middle of some Orcs. And the Kriegers themselves, who then get taken out by some Irregulars. Legionaries have come in to show the Irregulars what real soldiers can do. I, meanwhile, have decided to go heavy on the Tier 1, and got both my Blackguard bodyguards to try and deal with a lot of the things like the commander here. Praetorians are taking the fight to the Imperial Guard, though it doesn't look like they're going to do very well. We've got a couple of guardsmen squads coming in. No Tactica yet for the actual guardsmen themselves. The Orcs, meanwhile, have not built a mech shop yet. They are actually sticking to their build order, regardless of the increased pop cap. Tyranids are trying to take out this point, but Gaunts at this point, you need a lot more than that. Yeah, Praetorians did not do overly well against the Guardsmen here. Yeah, good luck with that one. The Death Corps are taking on the Steel Legion. Reasons unknown. I thought they would have gone for the Tyranids, personally. But yes, I am now just sort of standing here, shooting the HQ. Unfortunately, Vrax's building damage is not great early. Especially not against the Vostrian Citadel here. I mean, it's got quite a lot of health when you compare it to the other Guard factions. Although it's still not as bad as the Settlement, which has 3,000 health. But, you know, it's Orcs. They're not supposed to have the most durable buildings in the world. I mean, what's the... Yeah, the fire control bunker there has 5,000. Yeah, it's... Ooh, what's going on here? The Lord... well, the Lord General has gone for a kind of melee thing. I normally set him as ranged, but the AI tends to just stick to whatever stance they spawn in. Steel Legion are... Nah, they're doing alright. They got quite a lot of legionaries out. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of troops, but because the AI keeps garrisoning their troops, yeah, they're actually not doing themselves any favours. I do have grenade launchers. I have gone Tactica early. You don't have to as Vrax. You can tech straight up after getting the Vraxian Recruitment Centre. But yeah, I figured Tactica was probably wise here. Looks like the Praetorians have decided to pay some blood axes to do their job for them. Those irregulars are on a move order rather than attack move, I would presume. Conscripts, yeah, not really gonna fancy their chances against the Flamers, though it looks like the blood axes are again on a command like over here or something. Yeah, the AI tends to do that quite a lot. This was played on harder AI, by the way. It wasn't hard, which is what I normally do. I figured that as I was fighting 8 players, or 7 other players in an FFA, they would deal with themselves long enough for me to build up. The Tyranids, meanwhile, definitely giving the Death Corps of Krieg a run for their money. There seems to be a lot of people over here. Yeah, so the Death Corps army has been caught kind of out of position. Looks like they were pushing the Praetorians' base, but the Steel Legion have come in and are completely ruining them. Whee! Round we go. Bye-bye! In go the horses. You can see the Raveners charging up there. Suddenly snakes! Yeah, definitely, the Death Corps have definitely had a bit of a bad day. It did actually last a little longer in the original time that I played this, but yeah, sadly for them, they kind of got caught a bit out of position. Lord versus some Gene Stealers. Looks like the Steel Legion are going and fighting the Praetorians. Looks like they're not a big fan of the Brits, apparently. I'm not sure what the Colonel's doing. Assuming that is the Colonel. Yes, it is the Colonel. Yeah, he seems to be just wandering off and doing his own thing. Vostria is getting completely destroyed. I have got missile launchers now. I've got tier 2. And yes, I'm using the Brotherhood of Vrax colour scheme, because of course I am. Why wouldn't I? It's my favourite colour scheme. Yeah, at this point, I've got quite a lot of militia squads out. Well, I say quite a lot. Not really compared to the AI. The orcs seem to have got a little confused. They've probably run themselves out of resources for some reason. But, yeah, they're not really doing much. Oh, here we go. There's a mech shop. Looks like the Imperial Guard are sort of trying to charge the Praetorians, but are getting caught by the Steel Legion, who are at the entrance to the Praetorians' base. A lot of las fire, not a lot of heavy weapons, I say, as they suddenly have grenade launchers. Yes, very much not the Imperial Guard's day, that's for sure. Run away! We got some fire over here. I'm guessing that's the orcs. Yep. Orcs are building an air tower. I'm also hearing a lot of Tyranid things going on. Yeah, it looks like the Tyranids are going to finish off the Death Corps here. And come the Steel Legion. Oh, the Steel Legion are already hitting the HQ of the Praetorians. Yeah, that didn't go well for the British. Back to Blightly with them. Meanwhile, it's about time I moved in on the orcs. And we got Neil. He'll be over here in a minute. There he is. There's Neil. Tyranids using their abilities on me rather than, you know, things they're fighting. As usual. Yeah, bodyguard goes down, but it's not really much of a problem for me because I'm now at tier 2 and I want to start getting the Mastermind and Bloody Hand Reaver. The orcs have got a vehicle out, but it's nothing a Curse of the Machine Spirit can't sort. Meanwhile, the Tyranids are also coming in to try and murder the orcs. Broodlord and the big mech fighting it out. The Knob gets punched. War Truck gets blown up. And Termagant even, gets a rocket to the face. It's all action. Another player goes down, that'll be the Praetorians dead. Now, keep in mind, again, I didn't know this. I didn't know how any of this was going on over here, because, yeah, because of the bug that Dal so likes to do. But hey, it could be worse. There's been a bit of a crash over here. There we go. Couple of Thunderers. The Imperial Guard themselves have not actually got any vehicles at all. They have been focusing purely on infantry, so are very behind the curve when it comes to tech. So they are going to stand absolutely zero chance against the Steel Legion. Armageddon, you say? Yep. Yep, it's definitely Armageddon for the Imperial Guard. Meanwhile, the Orcs have got themselves a killer can. Now, a killer can is all well and good until it gets hit with a ton of rockets and punched by what is effectively a giant mechanical... It's not really a spider, is it? Because it's not got 8 legs. I'm not sure what you would call it. It's arachnid-like, but yeah, it's not... not 8-legged, only 4. Oh, here comes another. Knobs are trying to get it away from the boys' huts, but sadly for them, they have axes, not power fists. Beastmen are coming in as well. So it's a very bad day to be an orc. Gretchen's going down here for some reason, probably trying to build something. We have just detected the Steel Legion, which probably means that, yes, over here. The Imperial Guard are still actually alive, though they haven't really got much in the way of stuff left. Tyranids have come in from behind, and, well, it was a bit of an error. Although that's not going to stop him from tossing that guy away. Orcs are dead. And so, there were 4. So, illustrious mastermind there with his wooden stick. As usual with Moria Coast, our thing will forever be our downfall. However, in the meantime, I have tier 3. So, it's time to start getting tier 3 stuff, basically. That's the Imperial Guard down. Though, strangely, the Steel Legion have not been capturing the points left behind. There we go. Getting some vendettas. Another heretic, because I got mine killed. So, yes. Now the Steel Legion look like they're going to go around and start capping everything. They do, however, look like they are moving back this way, which tells me, yep, they're going to go to the Tyranids. The Tyranids haven't actually done too badly. They have kept losing their armies over and over again, though, so they're a little bit delayed. Getting a second Xenotype Brood Room. There's a lot of units. In they come. God, my camera control is abysmal. There we go. Looks like we got a... Is that a Devourer, I think? Possibly. It looks somewhat suspicious, but we'll ignore that. Surprise snack! And suddenly, the tank decides to get the fuck out of Dodge. Because it doesn't fancy taking on snakes that are taller than your average human being with giant claws. Oh, there's the end of that warrior. That's the end of those Raveners. They teleported directly into the Steel Legion's line. Meanwhile, I'm happy just sort of sitting around over here. Not really doing much at the minute. I think I'm tearing up to tier 4. Yes, I'm tearing up to tier 4 while I have the opportunity. Also, the Eversaw. And yes. Oh no, of course I won't have some fan yet. It's T4, isn't they? Got Grenadiers as well. I'm firing at something. I am firing at a listening post. I am going for the Steel Legion. Quite frankly, in the endgame, I fancy more fighting the Tyranids than I do the actual Steel Legion. Namely because I think I can deal with the late game stuff of the Tyranids. Like, these heavy weapons units, as long as I keep the Raveners away from them, all the plasma I can get, yeah. Plus, you know, Vendettas. Vendettas aren't actually as useful. They have the heavy stubber, but they are las cannon heavy. So they're not as useful versus Tyranids, but they're pretty good for taking out their buildings. There's Dark Magus. Over he goes. Will I use him? Probably not. It's me. Yes, I do have the sort of berserker ogrins or whatever they're called. Yeah, ogrin berserkers. But sadly, I do not actually use them all that much. That was a bit rude. Just bioplasmering the. Oh, that warrior got spiked. Run away! Run away! The Steel Legion are very much coming for you. Thunderer hitting more Steel Legion units than it does the Tyranids. Not surprised, that's usually my experience with artillery. Meanwhile, I've taken this relic, set up a firing line, along with some autocannons. Take this off them. Vendettas are going over to try and take out that listening post. It'll fall incredibly easily. Looks like it's only an LP2, so yeah, the Vendettas definitely. Ooh, is that a Carnifex I see? It was. Now it's dead. Yes, this is quite a. I wouldn't say it's the most scary Steel Legion army, but it's definitely relatively nasty. Hydra's pretty long range. I believe. Is it now? No. Yes, it was. Yes, I've got the Dark Mechanicum up. So, yeah, I can start getting out my tier 4 relic tanks. Stalk tanks have decided, screw going for the base, I'm just going to go and fight something. Mainly because of this Manticore, which was kind of ruining my volunteers. So you know, you can't be having that. Yeah, I did try and delay, like, for the army to get back, but they were kind of busy over here. And they've got a Carnifex there with a Venom Cannon to try and take out that Sentinel. Zoanthrope finally brings it down. Meanwhile, I'm advancing on the Steel Legion base. Carnifex did actually get through that. Line, though I don't think he's going to get much further. But yes, it does look like that the Steel Legion have finally figured out that I'm attacking their base and are sort of en route to try and defend the thing. Yeah, you can see I was just sort of waiting for them. I wanted an actual, like, proper fight with the Steel Legion, because I did in the original version of this game that I played. Yeah. Another Manticore to die horrifically. The Hydra goes down. I have got out Barbatos. He is now going to go and ruin pretty much every single infantry unit they have. Tank has come in with Frag Defender and been immediately sent into the afterlife. The Steel Legion definitely should not have come into this prepared battle line. And yes, I actually had Chimeras. And yes, I did actually use them as transports. I know, my god. Thunderer is, well, he's definitely hearing thunder now. All the shells bouncing off his hull. And then they disappear because I left my planes or my aircraft unattended and they destroyed the HQ. Oops! I wanted to actually have, like, the full fight, but yeah, I left them unattended and then they just killed the HQ and then it ruined everything. So, oh well, victory was mine. So now it's just the Tyranids, who haven't really recovered, to say the least. They're kind of,
Hello, Galaxy.
they're pretty much kind of dead.
I am Cardinal Giuseppe Savan, and I am very much alive.
And finally, Savan shows up, too late to really do anything. Also, Basilisks. Also, Eversaw, finally actually moving, because I didn't actually realise they were trained. Well, there was their army. Now, not so much. The Helldrake flying overhead, burning with its warp fire. Whoop. Yes. Sitting on top is Helldrake. Or Barb up there. And that is the end of that. The Tyranids are gone, putting up absolutely no fight whatsoever. Although, to be fair, like I said, they had been kind of ruined throughout this entire thing. They did well versus the Deathgore of Grieg, then it kind of all went downhill from there when the Steel Legion started coming after them. I think it might have actually been better had they not killed the Deathgore of Grieg and instead went, like, that way towards me. Because, I mean, if I was off fighting the Steel Legion over here, then yeah, I wouldn't have actually been able to hold this area, and I probably wouldn't have come back and defended it either. But hey, what can you do? Yeah, that guy's just sort of admiring the aircraft. Hey, look up there. Yes. Okay, well, that is, that is about it for today. So, yeah, this overall was actually quite a successful match. I was very much pushing the engine here just to see what I could manage. I managed this on medium settings with DXVK, the one that I've linked in tech support, active. Obviously, your mileage may vary, and DAO is DAO, and it's sort of between computers, it can be a bit inconsistent in terms of its actual performance. I imagine if this had gone for like an hour or two, then yeah, things would have gone poorly. But you might not get your face out of my backpack. Yeah, maybe he's got some nice rations in there or something. Well, actually, no, it's not really a backpack, is it? That's a might be a backpack. It looks more like some sort of box, but yes. All right. Okay. I've spoken long enough now, so yeah, I'm going to call it a day. So, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until next time, I have been... Oh, no. I nearly forgot. The score screen. Because, yes, someone asked ages ago if I could show off the score screen and now I do it every time. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did it every time anyway, but I definitely make sure to do it every time now, if possible. Oh, good, it's raining outside. Just what I wanted. Well, luckily, the games night is indoors. It's just like card and board games. I shall be showing off my epic Uno skills. No, I won't. I'm terrible at Uno. And most of it is just down to the heart of the cards anyway. Alright. Yeah, military and resources, I did pretty well. If you can get rid of someone early, you can really get quite a resource lead on Warrior Coast. Assuming I have got the map name correct, of course, which is it's possible that I haven't. Yeah, so the Steel Legion got the biggest army size, and they killed the most units actually. Just behind was me. Only 12 researchers. I definitely should have done more. But hey-de-ho. I was floating a bit in various places there. So, yes. Now, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until next time, I have been Caldaris. Goodbye.